What is going on, guys? It's your boy Big Dylan and welcome back to another Destiny 2 build guide. Now today we're going to be taking a look at my new favourite Warlock build. Ever since Slova Bomb basically got nerfed with the Skull of Dire Ahamkara and the super energy recharge rates and all that sort of stuff, I have been searching for a new build for my Warlock, mainly for PvE, and I think I've finally found something that I enjoy the playstyle of, and it's just it's just an overall fun build to mess around with. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now there's a lot to this build, there's a lot of variables that I'm going to go over, a couple of exotic pieces you can switch out, loads of different weapons to talk about, blah de blah de blah. So let's just try and get this video over as quickly as possible. So the subclass we are going to be using is Dawnblade, and we are going to be going top tree. For the grenade, I go fusion grenades because they're actually pretty decent in PvE. If you're uncomfortable with them, you can feel free to swap them out, but I definitely recommend giving them a go because one of the exotics we're going to be using is centered around using them, so definitely give them a shot. For the Rift, I like to go Empowering Rift. Now again, you can go either, but Empowering Rift, again, will link into one of the exotic armor pieces that we will be using for this build. Then for the jump, I like to go with Burst Glide. Now going into this top tree, we've got Swift Strike, which is strike an enemy with this melee ability to burn your target, temporarily increase your movement and reload speed, and boost your airborne weapon accuracy. Very good perk for the overall style of the build and how you play it. Next perk is Winged Sun. Engage your enemies mid-flight, fire weapons and throw grenades whilst gliding. Really good perk, links into a couple of the weapons we are also going to be using and a couple of the exotics. Next we have Icarus Dash, which is activates while mid-air to dodge, which is just a double tap sort of your crouch button, at least it is for me on console. Next is Heat Rises, airborne kills, recharge your grenade and melee energy. Casting Daybreak instantly refills your ability energy. So the overall synergy of this subclass is you jump up in the air, get kills, you get your grenade energy in return, and you can basically throw grenades, you get melee energy and stuff as well. It's really good. Quite ability heavy build is this. Now, getting into a couple of the exotic armor pieces that we're going to be going over. The first one we'll go over is Lunafaction Boots, or Lunafaction Boots, whatever you want to call them, I do not care. Don't judge me. But these are it's pretty much a staple for all Warlocks. If you play a Warlock for PvE, you've probably seen a lot of people using these. So the unique perk on this is your Rift gains the additional ability to automatically reload yourself and your allies' weapons, which is just insane for burst DPS, and Empowering Rift makes weapons effective over longer ranges, which is a really nice buff for anything basically PvE related in general. Then the next exotic we're going to be going over is going to be the Starfire Protocol. Now this got a buff a while back, but a lot of people I think have been sleeping on it. It's pretty ridiculous. So this is fusion grenades have an additional charge, so you get 2 of them instead of 1, and then they also recharge from empowered weapon damage from your Empowering Rift. So what you do is you place your Empowering Rift down, and then you shoot enemies to recharge a grenade. You then throw your grenades to get Rift energy back. So fusion grenade kills also grant Rift energy. It's pretty insane, and obviously we'll get into it as I go. But the first one we are going to be going over is the Lunafaction Boots, or the Lunafaction Boots, whatever you want to call them once again. So, with the Lunafaction Boots, I like to use 2 grenade launchers. The reason for this is because it is absolutely pathetic for burst DPS. I'll include a clip right now. So, as you just saw in the clip, the burst DPS with 2 grenade launchers is insane. If you can imagine that, if there's all 6 of you doing that to one enemy, or a boss, or a raid boss, or whatever, 3 of you doing it in a strike or a nightfall, it's pretty insane. You can melt bosses very, very quickly. One thing I would recommend is on your grenade launchers, try and get spike grenades. This is the best perk for grenade launchers, without a doubt. It basically increases your damage on direct hits, which pretty much that's what you're going to be wanting to do. A lot of the big bosses in the game have a very large hitbox anyway because they're so big, so you can just basically body them with a grenade launcher and it's just going to deal more damage by default. Next, again, Fighting Lion. Any grenade launcher will do, there's plenty of them in the game. You could even use Mountain Top if you wanted to, slap a Recluse on maybe. There's loads of weapon combinations you can use for this. This is not what you have to use for the build, but this is just what I'm going to use. So if you want to copy, please go ahead. But if you want to change it up a little bit, maybe you want to use Breakneck, or maybe you want to use the Bad Juju, which was just introduced yesterday as I want to make in this video. There's loads of weapons to go over. I mean, there's even loaded question as well, which you could use, so the possibilities are endless is what I'm trying to say. But let's just get into a little bit of gameplay and how I basically use this build. Right guys, so let's get to testing out the first exotic armor piece, which is the Lunafaction boots, or Lunatification boots again. So what I'm going to do is show you how I play this build and how it works at its best, and how you should basically be playing this subclass and what its strengths and weaknesses are, blah 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 blah. So first thing we're going to do is throw the grenade at the wall, because we don't care, because we're going to get another one in a second anyway. So how you use this build is you are going to basically jump up in the air and shoot your grenade launcher. Every kill you get whilst you are airborne will recharge your ability energy, works for your grenade, your melee and your rift. And it's pretty goddamn dumb because grenade launchers are just so easy to use. And I mean, you can get a lot of abilities very, very quickly, is what I'm trying to say. Now, another way you can use this build, which I will quickly jump up onto here, is place your Empowering Rift down if I don't get shredded. And you can basically stand in your rift and spam your grenade launcher as much as you want and just kill pretty much everything in sight. Works with any grenade launcher as well, Fighting Lion, whatever grenade launcher you can use, whatever one you can find. I know there's the one from the Lake of Shadow Strike, I think there's All-Wings Maul and stuff from Iron Banner. There's loads of grenade launchers in the game, but again, make sure you try and get spike grenades on there, because it is, without a shadow of a doubt, the best perk for grenade launchers. And yeah, that's how you use the general gist of this build, at least with this exotic. Another thing I will say is don't forget you have your dodge, your Icarus dodge, whilst you are in midair. So you can thrust to the side and get out of harm's way if you are, you know, getting beamed down by an ogre or something else, any other enemy in the game. Just thrust out the way behind cover. And I mean, it can save your life in certain situations. I use it a lot, just for closing a gap and just sort of thrusting out of the way of damage. So yeah, that's that one out of the way. Let's move on to the Starfire Protocol. Right guys, so let's get to taking a look at the second exotic armor piece, and that one is the Starfire Protocol. Now this one is the one where you gain an additional fusion grenade charge. Dealing damage within your Empowering Rift gives you your grenade energy back, and getting a fusion grenade kill gives you your rift energy back. So it's centered around basically putting a rift down, dealing damage, getting a grenade, getting a kill with that grenade, and placing another rift down. It's just a constant chain of abilities, and it's super fun to use. Now this build works best, or should I say with this exotic, it works best with anything where you have a super quick reload speed and a damage buff. So for example, the Recluse, I mean even loaded question would work as well because of the big explosion, but it is pretty insane. Bad Juju, I've also got a go figure here with Outlaw Rampage, Outlaw Kill Clip, I mean you've got Breakneck. There's lots of weapons you can use with this that work very, very well. But the best two, I would say, or I should say the best three, are definitely without a shadow of a doubt Breakneck, Bad Juju and the Recluse. So with that being said, let's get into how I like to use this exotic. So we are still on the top tree of Dawnblade. Now that is key, because if you mess up with your Empowering Rift and you don't manage to deal enough damage, you can basically jump up in midair, spray enemies and get kills, because obviously if you get a kill whilst you're airborne, it still cools down your ability energy, so you can get your grenade back, or your rift, or your melee, whatever, and basically just rinse and repeat. But the main thing that you're always going to be wanting is just a fusion grenade. So if you basically jump around, get a grenade back, get a kill with your grenade, then you get your rift back anyway, so you can start your chain over again. So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to use it. So I'm going to throw our grenades over here. Now this might be a little bit of a bad lost success to do it in because of the ogre, but we'll see how it goes. So we're going to place our Empowering Rift down and start killing enemies. Hopefully they don't hide too much, because it can be quite frustrating. So we've got our grenade back, so what we can do, go over here, throw it on the guy, and then as you can see we just got our rift back. So then what you can do is run over here, place the new rift down, start spraying more enemies, and get another rift. Or should I say another grenade. Get a kill with that grenade, boom, you got another rift. Place the brand new rift down. You see what I'm doing? It's constantly, I mean, this is how the build works. I mean, it doesn't have to be a kill, it's just damage, and you basically get your grenade energy back. So again, another grenade kill, we got another rift. Now let's say we've messed up and we've got no grenades, we've got, you know, we didn't manage to actually get any of that sort of stuff done, and we just wasted our rift as well. So we can just jump in midair and still get kills, and for every kill we get, we'll get our grenade energy, and then we can go to another enemy, throw the grenade, and then we get our rift back. So that's how you basically start your chain all over again. And yeah, I mean, this is pretty much what I have been using in PvE now for quite a while. It's super fun to use. I mean, it's just ability heavy. And yeah, I mean, hopefully you guys enjoy this. Nothing really too much else to go over. That is the build, all in all. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have an awesome rest of your day as always. I hope you do enjoy the build as much as I do. And yeah, guys, peace.